Oh, hey guys. As many of you may or may not know, I recently lifted my truck and upgraded to 33-inch tires. And I got my first full tank MPG results in this week. And in case you can't tell by the sound of my voice, I am completely pumped with the results. So stay tuned and I will tell you how I got 18 miles a gallon on a lifted Tacoma. Okay, so we all know that the Toyota Tacoma is not the first vehicle that comes to most people's mind when you're talking about fuel efficiency. So you're already starting at not necessarily a bad point, but obviously nowhere near a Prius or anything like that. When you throw in a 3-inch lift or more and heavier 33-inch tires, you're obviously going to lose some miles per gallon. And from what I've seen from a lot of people on Tacoma World is this is usually a rude awakening, even though they're prepared to lose a few. I've seen a lot of people say they've lost as much as, or as many as 5 miles per gallon from whatever they were starting at as a base. Obviously we all drive differently. We all have a different combination of percentage driving, a city highway, flat roads, hills, obviously all that stuff, altitude even affects our baseline miles per gallon. And there's no way it will not get worse once you add a lifted tires. So that's just something you have to be willing to trade off for the looks and performance that you're going for if you want to drive a lifted 4x4. So to give a baseline for my Tacoma, I was usually I always fill up right when my low gas light comes on, which for me is usually just a little bit over 17 gallons on a fill up. And on my stock Tacoma with the stock 265 70R16 wheels, that was usually right around 320 to 325 miles. So you divide that by, say, 17.1 is usually the average. And I want to say it was like right at 18.7 or 18.8 miles per gallon on my stock Tacoma. For my situation doing my lift, it was actually kind of fun to do the experiment because I drove around for a couple weeks with just the lift. I actually had just the front lift for about 2 weeks. Then I lifted the rear and drove around for about a week before I actually added my tires. So I did get to see a full tank to see how that affected my gas mileage just with a 3 to 4 inch lift, which I had about a 4-inch lift initially, and it settled about an inch in the front and the rear, so about 3 inches overall. And I was rather surprised because I figured lifting your vehicle is going to make it that much less aerodynamic, which is obviously going to affect your gas mileage. It did not affect mine at all. If it was 0.1, 0.2, nothing, definitely something you can live with. The tires, on the other hand, definitely affected my gas mileage, but as you could hear in my little intro, I was shocked in a good way when I did the calculation. Another thing to point out, I think a lot of guys, when they lift their truck and add the bigger tires, they instantly do their gas mileage, miles per gallon calculation, and they forget to take into the effect that the tires they're running are larger than their other tires, so that throws your speedometer off a little bit. If you're going from a 265 70R16 to a 285 75R16 like me, that tire, if you do the math, is about 7% larger. So the diameter is 7% larger, so it's going to travel 7% farther. I guess there might be a way you can pay to get your odometer recalibrated to match the new tire size, but that doesn't really seem worth it for me as far as the speedometer and odometer. But when I was looking at it, you can take whatever I get now with my lift and tires on my odometer and multiply it by 1.07 to get the actual miles traveled. And I've done 2 tanks this way to get my miles per gallon estimate with the lifted tires. And I've been right on the money at 285 miles without the odometer recalibration. And filling up at the same exact time, as soon as my gas light comes on, I get the next gas station and fill up. So you take 285 times 1.07, in my case for the tire conversion chart or whatever, and there's plenty of places online you can find this stuff. So 285 times 1.07, got my little cheat sheet here on my dash, is 305 miles. So I really only lost for a tank 15 miles, give or take, which when you do the math, 305 divided by 17.1, 17.2, turns out to be 17.8 miles per gallon. So I've just rounded up to call it an even 18. And I am more than happy with that, obviously. I've seen other guys report 15 miles a gallon, 14 miles a gallon, 13 miles a gallon, you name it. And I believe a lot of people are just forgetting to take into the account that they are running bigger tires and such. So when you're doing your miles per gallon calculations, find a tire conversion site, do the math online, and figure out what you're going to get. And it usually adds at least an additional mile per gallon to your calculation. So definitely ease the pain a little bit. I will be doing a follow-up video, hopefully within the next week or so, pretty much detailing how I exactly got 17.8 miles per gallon with a 3-inch lift and 285 tires, which are heavy. My tires are 60 pounds each. I got the Goodyear Wrangler MTRs with Kevlar, which are a few pounds heavier than some of the other options I was looking at. So that definitely, it's a wider tire than what I was running before and a much heavier tire, so that just adds to the rolling resistance. So obviously the main factor in you getting good or bad miles per gallon with a lifted truck with mud tires is going to be your driving habits. So I will do a detailed video, hopefully in the next week, where I go through what I do. And hopefully you guys can use some of those tips to help out your MPGs a little bit, turn those negative MPGs into miles per gallon, and have fun with your lifted truck. So please stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to do another video this weekend, so a lot of stuff coming out, guys. So if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do so. Give the video a thumbs up, comment below. I'd like to hear what you guys are getting on your miles per gallon also. Yeah, let me know, and we can have a good discussion below. So I will see you guys soon. Have a good Friday. It is sunny and looks like a beautiful weekend. So I will see you guys soon. Have a great weekend.